Welcome back to Aeons End. We're playing against a Horde Crone with Sparrow and the Remnant. So far we haven't put a dent in the Horde Crone. We have a minion out, a Trog, and we have crushing masses. Alright, let's begin. Of course, each episode is going to be a complete turn, which means player 1, player 2, and the Nemesis each get to go twice, but we don't know the turn order because it's shuffled. Alright, good enough. Let's find out who's going to start off this episode. Oh, the Nemesis starts again. Alright, well, he has one Trog out, which is going to do nothing. He does have a card here. I'm going to put this card here so I do not forget. Alright, this is going to trigger the crushing masses. Ooh, it triggers power 2. It's already triggered if there are no Trogs in play. There are Trogs in play. Unleash twice. Otherwise, Gravehold suffers 2 damage for each Trog in play. Okay, it wasn't too bad. There's only one Trog in play, which means Gravehold suffers 2 damage. So instead of having 30 health, it now has 28. Okay, well, we can live with that. But yes, we do need a Nemesis card. And this is Woven Sky. To discard 3 cards in hand. It's a power 2. Unleash. Any player suffers 4 damage. 4 damage? Wow. That's brutal, since we only have 10 health. Alright, that's going to happen in 2. 2 more times the Nemesis goes. That's going to trigger. Alright, we have... To discard it, we can discard 3 cards in hand. That's rough. Alright, that's the Horde Crone going. Let's find out who or what is going next. Player 2. Alright, Remnant gets a turn. Let's go over and see what Remnant is going to do. Alright, Remnant has, of course, spells in Open Breach 1. So we're going to cast a Spark spell. That is going to do 1 damage. The Trog that was out there, the Zom, only had 1 health left. It's going to be defeated, goes into the Trog discard pile. Alright. And now it's time to play cards for Remnant. We can discard 3 cards if we want. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to discard 3 cards. We're going to discard a Spark and 2 crystals, and we'll do it, I guess, in that order. And that is going to get rid of the Woven Sky, as we can see here, because 2 discard 3 cards in hand. Did that, this card goes away. It's not going to trigger. That leaves us with a little bit fewer cards in hand. We have the Void Shard, gain an ether, gain an additional ether that can only be used to open or focus a breach. Well, for 2, we're going to focus breach 2, which moves it here. And when we cast a spell from breach 2, of course, we get +1 ether. So we're going to now put that spell on focus breach 2, and that's going to be the end of the turn for Remnant. So away go the cards, and we're going to 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, just 5. And he's got 4 crystals. And this time he has the convection field. Alright, that's going to be for his next turn. Alright, that's player 2. Let's go back to turn order and see who or what is going to be going next. Alright, turn order time, and it is player 2. So, Remnant gets to go again. So once again, let's go down to his area and see what he wants to do. Alright, first thing we do, of course, is cast spells. We're going to cast the Spark spell. There's no minions out now, so the 1 damage is going to go onto the Horde Crone. So it's going to take the Horde Crone from 60 health down to 59. Alright, first blood. Yeah, like that's going to do much. And I got to remember, we get an ether because we cast a spell from breach 2. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4. He actually has 5 ether. 5 ether, eh? For 3 of them, you know what? He's going to spend 3 ether, and he's going to open breach 2. It's just going to open it. Boom. It is now open. Alright, that is good. And he's going to put the convection field into breach 2. That leaves him 2 ether, because he has 1 from casting the spell, 1 here. And with 2 ether, he's going to get 1 charge. Alright, and then he gets to put these back in any order. They're all the same. And his deck will then just flip over. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for his next hand. And what does he get for his next hand? A couple of sparks, a couple of crystals, and his void shard. Alright, good to go. That was Remnant again, player 2. Back to turn order. Alright, turn order time. And who's coming up next is player 1. Alright, that is Sparrow. So go to Sparrow and have Sparrow take a turn. Alright, Sparrow's got no spells in any of the breaches, and now it is time to take a look at her cards. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4 ether and a spell, but this spell has to be put on a focus breach. We could open it, or we could focus it. You know what? We're going to spend 2 ether. We're going to focus breach 2. Okay, that's pretty good. And with the focus breach, then we can put the spell onto it. 2 ether left. Same thing. We're going to get 1 charge for her power-up ability. Very quickly, it's the end of Sparrow's turn. I'm going to discard the cards in any order. They're all the same. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards for her next hand. And what do we have? We have crystals, and we have smolder. All right, that, wow, once again, very quickly, but we're early on here, so things are going to move a little more rapidly. Sparrow's turn. There's only the Nemesis and player 1, I think, left in turn order. So let's find out who, or is the Nemesis going to go next? Let's find out. All right, who is going next? Player 1 or the Nemesis? Player 1 again. All right, the Nemesis is going to bring up the end of the video, but we're back to Sparrow now, and let's see what she can do. All right, this just seems like the calm before the storm. She does have a spell to cast. It is the Thought Form Familiar. She must cast it because it's from a focus breach, not an open one. Cast, deal 2 damage. Deal 1 additional damage for each of your other prepped spells. Well, there aren't any. So this is just going to be dealing 2 damage. All right, that means 2 more damage. 59, 57 for the Horde Crone. Right on. And now let's see what else she has. She has Smolder and she has 4 ether, hey? I think she's going to... 2 can open her breach. You know what? 2... Or does she want to spend the 4 to get something else? Oh man, this is so tough. But everything costs 3 and then it jumps to 5. Well, she'll just put Smolder on 3 because she can place Smolder on any closed breach. Can be prepped to a closed breach without focusing it. Okay, and she's got 4 left. What do we want to get 2 more charges? I think we're going to spend all 4 and get 2 more charges. We're going to power up her ability because she gets to focus 4 times if she uses her ability. That's pretty incredible. And that's going to be the end of Sparrow's turn. I don't know if I'm doing well or not. I never know until about halfway through. And then the heat gets turned up. All right, so she's going to draw her new hand. So she's got 1. Her deck will flip over. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Going to see what Sparrow has for the next episode for her beginning hand. And she has 5 crystals. Well, she may be able to buy something. And she will be able to actually use her special ability if she spends 4 of it to get power up her ability, Eldritch Tether. All right, well, we know who's going to end off the episode. It's going to be the Nemesis. So let's zoom back out, have the Nemesis take the final turn, and see what happens. Yeah, well, we know there's only 1 card left, and yes, it's the Nemesis. Not a surprise there. Nemesis has no minions out, no trogs out, no cards out. All good, except for the fact that we need to play a Nemesis card, and it is Planar Collision. To discard 2 prepped spells. Ooh. Or the power 2, and it's unleash twice. Okay? Unleashing twice. Unleash twice is going to be bringing out 2 trogs. Discarding 2 prepped spells, though, that's a little bit painful, but we'll see what happens. That's basically the end of the episode, the end of our turn. So yeah, I'll give these a quick shuffle here, and I'll shuffle again at the beginning of the next episode. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. Things seem to be awfully quiet. We've done 3 damage to the Horde Crone. We have 2 damage on Gravehold. We have Sparrow almost powered up with her ability, which is going to crank the focusing on breaches like crazy. So that's, I don't know. I don't know how we're doing. Of course, we're just in the beginner Nemesis cards. Once we start hitting level 2 and 3, things are going to get really nasty. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your comments, subscriptions, likes. Really appreciate it. Join me next time for the continuation, Sparrow and Remnant versus the Horde Crone. So my first playthrough, 2019. Am I going to win or lose? I, at this point, don't know. All right, thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next episode.